you see me. Hi. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. It's earlier than normal. It's like 4 o'clock, but I just wanted to come through real quick because I had saw a comment that kind of threw me off a little. Not threw me off, but you know, okay. So I put up the picture of Donald Trump with Oprah and all our black so-called leaders, correct? The reason why I did that is on my community board is because I need people to understand and see that the same man that they are dogging out for being a racist has always been down with black people. Racists do not mess around, period. I would say fuck with black people at all, ever, under any circumstances. They just don't do it. So when someone from another country tells me that, oh, we don't like this person because they're a racist, but y'all sit and y'all celebrate and hand clap black people who destroy our community in the same breath. Who's more detrimental to us? First of all, this is America. Many people would be considered racist here. It is what it is. Am I mad because a white man, a rich white man, knows the leader of the KKK? No. But why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? America is built on racism, right? So are we really surprised that there are some old racists still around? Absolutely not. What up, Shish Trish? What up, Boo? So what happened is there's a person, they're from another country, they from Canada or whatever. So they're like, I just can't do it because he's a racist. But my point is, look at the people that he is standing with in those pictures. You got Oprah, you got Al Sharpton, you got Jesse Jackson. What the hell have they done for us? Let's keep it a buck. What have they done for us? And the real reason I put that picture up because these are the same people who have been friends with this man Donald Trump up until the point he decided to run for president. Does that not seem odd? Is it okay that Oprah is friends with all these rapists, sex offenders, sex traffickers? These people have been convicted. Harvey Weinstein, hello, Jeffrey Epstein, two of the doctors that she promotes have been convicted, are going to jail. That school she opened in Africa, those girls was raped and sex trafficked, and we know that. But we didn't know that she had a hand in it allegedly. You know what I'm saying? The picture, the hole is deep. The hole is deep. So when people say to us, this is how we're weighing this shit out at the end of the day. You want to say, oh, he's a racist, so we don't respect him. I don't give a damn at this point because look at what's going on in America. Our people are in the fucking struggle. Good morning, Adrian. Hey, Castro. Yeah, he was on the Fresh Prince. Listen, he pardoned how many? He pardoned Kwame Kilpatrick. Ain't no racist pardoning no black man. He was Mike Tyson's advisor at one point. Ain't no racist working for no black man. Period. They don't associate with black people. I don't know if people don't know any real racists, but they don't fuck with black people. The racists that I've encountered, you know immediately. You immediately know when they see your fucking face that they don't like you. Period. There's no question. There's no doubt. You ain't shaking their hand and they're not shaking yours. Mm-mm. It's crazy though but here's the thing too. They don't understand our struggle. Y'all want to talk about this man being racist? I wouldn't give a shit. I'm more concerned about his policies. He's going to shut down that goddamn border. He's going to get some of these people up out of here because it's wrong. The same way they was laughing at him about opening factories. Guess what? People don't have jobs now. Them same factory jobs back in the day allowed people to buy homes, to retire, to have pensions. We don't have none of that shit anymore, and nobody's paying attention. People sitting back talking about he's a racist. Meanwhile, we got Biden in office who is promoting this whole LGBTQ agenda to the children. And it's not the QBTQ, it's the letters that come after that, okay? Those people promoting that shit to the children. They're putting it in the school. The LGBTQ flag is more important than the American flag. That is a problem. So for us to sit back and act like we don't see what the hell is going on, something is wrong with us. I don't give a damn if your skin is the same color of mine. That doesn't mean you love black people. That's the problem right there. That's where the problem comes into play with the voting situation. You think because somebody has the same color skin as you that they give a damn about you. But look what they're doing. Look what's going on in our cities. You know, people sitting back talking about he's a racist. Meanwhile, all of our retail stores have shut down. Find a mall that's fully active with stores in it. If you do, you can't go to that motherfucker because it may be overrun by children, looters, because now people are allowed to steal. And shop owners have no right to defend themselves, fight for their shit, none of that. So, who's wrong here? What up, Ox City? Man, Biden is a fucking Biden don't even know where he is. He's just standing around confused. But he knows that he loves transgender men. Not what do you are they transgender men? They not even transgender men. That's the shit that gets me. These are men walking around with full on frontal sticks. Okay. Put on a pair of hot shorts and a tank top, and they're allowed to enter locker rooms, bathrooms, and be around women and children, and we don't know who and what they are. Someone wrote a comment under my page and they also said Donald Trump is the reason why that pregnant women in prison are no longer handcuffed to the bed when they give delivery because they were still handcuffing them because they're prisoners. Why would he give a fuck if he's a racist? See, because racists don't just hate black people. Racists hate everybody. Okay, I told y'all that's a mental illness. The motherfuckers are crazy, for real, for real. Now, here, like I said, I've experienced white people because I live in Connecticut. I've met white people who don't know any other black people. I've met young white children. You can tell when they look at you like they ain't never seen a black person before. It happens. Maybe they've only seen it on TV, whatever. Are they all hateful? No. But sometimes it's just a lack of education when you don't understand. Because it's the same within the black community. Because you assume like you see a black person who has money, you automatically assume they can't relate to you because they're rich. And the reality is that black is universal. It doesn't matter how much money you have, we all experience some bullshit. And if you were rich, you might experience it more because you're amongst those people. So you feel that pain. You may tell yourself that you don't and you've never experienced it before, but you bullshitting yourself, and we all know that. Mm-hmm. For sure. But the country is going to hell in a handbasket. And the fact that those same black leaders, like I said, they're talking about Trump is a racist, but what about them fucking politicians in Chicago who are black, who are building a $30 million tent city for the immigrants and have done nothing for homeless Americans? Who's the real fucking racist here? Who's the problem? We cannot sit back and just be like, we vote Democrat because they black. Stop it. Oh, they support black people. They don't. They do not. And we don't need to be looking for special privileges as black people anymore. We have to stop doing that shit. What we need to be looking for is what's best for us as a country. That means everybody. That means all children. That means sick people. Look at the healthcare system. They will pay to transition your child without you knowing. They will give your children puberty blockers. All of that shit is free. But take your ass down there and try to get a mammogram or some shit, they're going to give you a hard time. If you don't have any insurance, you cannot afford a fucking x-ray, a ultrasound. You can't afford shit, okay? Unless you ask on site. She'll hook you up. But, because the insurance is fucked in America, okay? You got people on the street. People who lost their homes. They don't care. But y'all are talking about somebody being a racist? Are y'all fucking kidding me? I mean, we live in America. Y'all act like black people don't love all white people. Black people love all white people. Stop it. Just stop it. Especially old black people. Don't give a fuck about them people because they live that shit. They don't give a shit about them. We don't hate them to the point where we're going to burn down their house, but we don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. It is what it is. That's why this new generation looks so odd because they intermingle. They don't think about it. They forget about their damn history. They act like they don't know no damn better. And a lot of them don't. You have to remind them. You have to tell them. We have to educate them. We are mad and arguing about them not wanting to teach Black American history in schools. Can somebody tell me when they did? When did they really teach us about Black history? I learned more from Public Enemy than I did in the damn school system about Black history. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? If your parents don't teach you and give you books, we had encyclopedias growing up and shit like that. But even the information that is put in those books is limited. It wasn't the full scope. It wasn't what was really going on. They're never going to tell you the full truth. What up, big man? Oh, thank you, baby. Yes. They're never going to tell you the truth. That's up to you to educate your children. At the end of the day, even the shit they tell them, you're gonna have to go back and re-explain the shit and with truth on it. You're gonna have to put the truth on it because America is based on what? Lies. See, we have all these expectations and we want to keep living in the past. Listen, we need to be moving forward. We are fucked right now. I don't know if y'all haven't been buying gas and grocery. The pay rates don't match the rents and the mortgages. People cannot afford to buy houses. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on out there. A lot. You working and you're not saving shit because you can't. Light bills, gas bills, everything is through the roof. But we're helping people from other countries and giving them our money. Right. In our face, they gave Ukraine trillions of dollars and still giving them more money. They just signed a bill the other day. Was it for one billion or some bullshit? Giving them the money. Meanwhile, we over here, they arguing about not paying back student loans. Student loans, another form of slavery. How the fuck are you 60 still paying a student loan from when you was in college, when you was 25 years old? They never let you off the hook. But got the audacity to think that we can go to other countries and help other people. It's that liberal minded bullshit. It's that we're helping them. We're saving them. You're not. You're not. You're killing us. Right. It's people out there, they're like, oh, you got to get degrees. It's motherfuckers with degrees that ain't working. It's people with degrees that have to work jobs that are paying $25 an hour. That shit is unacceptable. Grown people shouldn't be making $20 an hour. I'm sorry. Good morning, Ashika. How you doing, boo? Yeah, it's sad when they don't want to help people in their own backyards. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, y'all talking about he's a racist. Y'all do remember when Hurricane Katrina happened and motherfucking George Bush came out here and called the people in Louisiana refugees. And everybody was like, well, how the fuck can you be a refugee in your own country? And y'all talking about Donald Trump? Fuck that. Oh, he's a racist, labeling people. Let's look at the actions of these damn people. It's the trickle down effect. Hello? And y'all talking that shit, but what did Obama do for us, for real? He was a troll. He was real. What they said about Todd. He was sitting here to set up some bullshit to distract the people. Because that's what happened. And then he gave us Biden, which was a huge slap in the face. And Kamala Harris, who don't know if her name is Kamala or Kamala or who the fuck she is. Right. Now here we have a Caribbean black woman, right? With no backbone, no opinion, and no goddamn common sense. Every time you see her, she's giggling and laughing, can't answer a question. And you want to tell me about a racist? Let me tell you something. I'm going to look at your intelligence, right? I'm going to look at how you see things in life. Everything is not based on hate. How the fuck did we as black people get mad over MAGA, make America great again, when we live in America? We live here. Make America great again. America is not great. Those are facts. We can deny, we can say he was lying back then, but you cannot tell me current day right now sitting here that we don't know that shit ain't true. Hey, Kamisha Boo, what it do? It's true. America needs to be made great again. We are fucked. It is what it is. It was a slogan. It was a hashtag, MAGA. People getting beat up because they wearing MAGA hats. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. And even still, people like, oh, a black person shouldn't be saying MAGA. Why not when we live here? We live in America. We do want it to be great again, don't we? I don't know about y'all. I'm sick of putting $50 in my motherfucking gas tank when gas used to be $25. Used to be half that to fill my tank. But now it's $50. Right. Y'all, I don't know. Maybe it hasn't affected you yet. Maybe you don't know anybody who in the struggle. Maybe you get free groceries and shit. I don't know. Free gas, free childcare. How are we making it? Do y'all not see all the amount of homeless people on the streets? And them motherfuckers around here talking about they got programs. They don't have programs for your asses. They got programs for immigrants. They just approved, what was it, 9,500 of them to work. They're not doing background checks on these people. They don't know if these motherfuckers are rapists. They don't know if they're gangbangers. America's going to turn into, we already know what's going to happen. That's why I said I'm about to learn Spanish. You better, or you ain't going to have no motherfucking job here in America. Because America is about to be habla español, bitch. Act like you know. Why? Because if y'all continue on with these people, remember all of the liberals was all mad that Trump was kicking out people, kicking out illegal immigrants. But now look at the status of what's going on here. We do know she not black. Yeah, her parents are East Indian people that moved to Jamaica. They are people of color, but not black. In America, people of color are black, based on the standards of alleged racist white people. Let us tell it, right? Any person of color, if you're non-white, you're black in the eyes of racist people, and a lot of other people too. So she's not looked at as non-black. Her ass up there on that podium is looked at as a black woman. Please believe it. Right. So no, she don't. She's a black woman. They see her ass as a black woman. You about to transition to Ukraine? See, I was gonna do that before, right? But now I figure we go down to the border and we come back across, and then we get all the free shit too. Cause how the fuck is that working? They put people out of hotels. People had plans to get married. They had to cancel their shit because they canceled all the reservations because they needed to house the immigrants, and we're okay with that. Who's racist? Sounds like they hate Americans, if you ask me. Fuck being racist against black people. They hate all our asses. Let's pay attention. They don't give a damn about us. We be the fools to sit back and think they do. Real shit. But like I said, you don't live here in America, you might want to pump your brakes. Because it's some motherfuckers who do live here in America are not aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? The same way women, like, they don't call them vaginas anymore. It's a bonus hole. Says who? Says who? Why do women have to change how we address ourselves because some men with sticks want to be women? That shit is crazy. And why is this shit being acknowledged? Because of who? The Biden administration. And then y'all want to call Donald Trump a racist, but meanwhile, America is bullying African nations because they're not accepting this LGBTQ lifestyle the way that they want them to. However, gone down to the Middle East, they're not saying anything to them. They'll kill you for being gay over there. Straight up. Ain't no question, no jail time, no nothing. We're going to kill you. They're okay with that. They're not saying a word to them because they're not in a position, but they want to bully Africa. Doesn't that seem racist to y'all too? Right. Mm-hmm. Vagaga. A what? A vagaga. Get the hell out of here. Are you serious? Of a gaga. I believe they said that dumb shit. I definitely could believe it. Yeah, but this is where we are today. But again, it's not even about Trump. Y'all have to look at the whole party. We should not be taking our asses into a voting booth and hitting all Democrat just because. Even if you want to vote for some of them, cool, but everybody shouldn't get voted for just because they belong to a party. Same with the Republican Party. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that we need to open our goddamn eyes up and our ears up and pay attention to what's going on around us and acknowledge that America has gone to hell in a handbasket in the last 4 years. Okay? In the last 4 years. I mean, just think things that used to cost $4 now cost 9. Why the fuck is microwave popcorn $10.29? Do tell. Unacceptable. Right. Why don't we have any product here in America? Right. Why are there no jobs for real? Huh? They keep talking about all these great jobs that pay what? You can't live off that shit. So it's just not realistic. We got to look at what's really going on in our faces, the things that they're taking away from us. I mean, go to the store. Have y'all bought a bag of flour lately? I was at my grand's today, and she was like, I went to buy some flour, and look at it. I mean, it was damn near half the size of what it used to be. I saw a bag of potato chips that was $7. And when I tell y'all it was only halfway full, one shit in the bag, I would make my own before I pay for that. It's just crazy out here. We are suffering. If it hasn't hit you yet, I'm telling you, it's coming very soon. Everybody's being hit. Everybody. I mean, when these motherfuckers started doing daytime carjackings, in Westport, I'm like, shit is real now. You know what I mean? Like that used to be a type of Atlanta thing. You know. But nah, that's a reality here now. You know what I'm saying? Westport is uppity and it's like swank and shit. And yeah, they're doing daytime carjackings now. Right. That shit is coming to you, a city near you very soon. Trust me. None of us are exempt. We got to get this shit in order. We defunded the police. I don't know why people went along with that shit. We should have made them retrain and fire some of these motherfuckers. But we can't live in a society with no police. That is crazy. That is why the shit is going on like it is. You know what I mean? Like literally, people can come and rob you. You can't do shit. You don't have rights. You don't have rights. We need to go back to a mob mentality in the neighborhood. When shit go down, you handle these bitches. I watched some men in Detroit. They formed their own like community task force, and they walk around with rifles and shotty, all that. They'll take your ass down, right? But this dude broke into this lady's house and raped her. And I saw one of those guys. He did a video, and he just put out a call. See, they don't know who did it yet, but he said, please let us know who did it, and we're going to handle that shit. And it's going to have to come back to that. Community policing, because we don't have any police. We don't trust the police. Y'all are outraged by the police, but in the same breath, y'all only outraged by white police. Who's racist? Who's racist? Y'all only get mad when white police do some shit. Why do y'all not hold African American officers to the same standards? I just seen, what was it, 8 officers convicted, black men and women, for beating somebody to death. It wasn't that guy with the girlfriend situation in Louisiana. It was another group of people. But I never heard anything about this story. I just happened to come across this shit on TikTok. And I said, wow, niggas wasn't mad. Nah, not when it's another black person. But again, who's the racist? Us or them? We racist against our own people. So we can't keep pointing a finger at them and having and holding them to these high ass expectations. You know what I'm saying? We're like, oh, they're racist. Meanwhile, we can't walk to the store in our own neighborhood. Meanwhile, your goal is to get the fuck out the hood, okay, and away from people. Can't go to a party, can't go to a basketball game, can't go to the library, can't go nowhere. Why? Because people act the fuck up. I can't tell you how many young girls have been taken out by gunshot in the last 60 days. Just based on, bullshit. Bullshit. But we don't get mad about that. Only if it's a white person committing the crime. Who got the problem? Who has the problem here? Us or them? You gotta ask yourselves. They want Africans, gold, and diamonds, yeah. And they just want control. They want to control black people. They don't feel like those black people have the right to make their own decisions. Okay, at the end of the day, you're black. How dare you say you're not going to follow the program that we've laid out for you? They're a joke. And America doesn't even know she's a joke. They went over to Africa. What did they bring? They told me, did the dudes? He said $60 million. Like, it was a joke. He said they brought $60 million for us to accept their bullshit. And we're not. We don't want it. We don't care. And they shouldn't have to. Like, why should they? If that's not what they want to do. That's their country. Like they said. But see, here in America, our thoughts, opinions, and views don't matter. But in Africa, they were like, well, if 90% of the population wants one thing, and 10% on something else, what percentage do you think we're going to go with? Right. But no, not in America. They do who paid for what? Who donated the most money? That's what we're going to do, what they say. Like, think about it. Who's running America? Bill Gates, right? What's the other dude? Elon Musk. People like that. Why? Why? Because they have money. Oprah Winfrey. Oh, she has an opinion. Why? Who gives a fuck what she got to say? I really could care less. That is one fake ass bitch. I ain't never seen her in the hood, have you? No, we haven't. We ain't never seen her give out no turkeys. We seen her give out shit on her show to who? It wasn't us sitting in the audience. Anyway, yeah. She never been number one on our list. She never really gave a shit. Not like that. Nope. But we praise her. Well, we don't, but people praise her and think she's great. And she's not. She ain't shit either. I mean, did it not trouble y'all when she built the school in goddamn Africa when the bitch is from Chicago? I was like, she's not going to build a school in Chicago? What? How could you not? She's a billionaire. Like, that lady got a lot of money. And you didn't build one in Chicago? That didn't strike anyone as odd? You know what I'm saying? And who is a racist? Okay. We need to stop throwing that word around because it's looking like black people hate each other more than white people. When you really take a step back, and we really need to start holding each other accountable for shit. I'm telling you. The same respect we want from others, we need to give to each other. I'm telling you. When I hear a crime, I be pissed regardless who did it. I feel like enraged, especially when it's, officers and all of that involved. But how can y'all only care when it's white officers? What? Make that shit make sense. You should be more mad at black officers because these are supposedly our brothers and sisters. Why would you do that? But we don't question that shit. We roll with it. We're wrong for that. Not them. We are. But if we don't open our goddamn eyes just for the sake of saving America, never mind the black community, MAGA, America, all of us, we are all in this together. We are all going to go down together. Look, the boat is sinking with all of us on it, okay? We need to figure this shit out and quickly. See, the reason why people also want to go for Trump because they know he moves quickly. He's going to get in and he's going to get this shit done. Like, these motherfuckers out of here. They got to go. When you have people who have crossed the border legally, who have went through all the paperwork, they're telling you, other Venezuelans and Mexicans are saying, close the border. Y'all need to close the border. That should tell you everything you need to know. They're saying it amongst their own people. Wow, they need to close the border. But we don't get it. Excuse me. People think it makes you a good person to allow people in from a struggling country and then replace the people who are currently in the country struggling, knock them out the way and give them nothing, and we're going to give these illegals everything. Like, you can't take your ass down to the welfare office with no paperwork and try to get no goddamn food stamps if you're hungry. They're going to tell you to get your ass out of here. But if you came across the border, we're going to feed you, house you, clothe you, educate you, and get you a job. But if you currently live in America, we're not going to do that. And a lot of y'all are under the illusion that, well, no, they had programs. These Americans are just lazy. Nah, there's a mental health crisis going on in this motherfucker too, and everybody don't have health care. You think everybody has health care. They don't. Same way when Obama implemented that, was that universal the health care plan where everybody had to pay into insurance. Do you know how many people were losing on that goddamn program? You have any idea how many people were going home with no money because they were required to pay for insurance that they couldn't fucking afford? Nobody cared, right? And you notice how these things are so important, depending on who's in office. This must happen. And then when their asses leave, there's no more. Trump got rid of that shit too, did he not? Because I know some guys who do like security work and they had kids. It was a lot going on, and they was required to pay this insurance that they weren't using, and I really don't need this, but I gotta pay for it because the government says so. And where's healthcare today? Right. It's bullshit. We do too much. Morning, Angie White. What up? Thank you all for listening. Don't forget to hit the like. Hey, Cletus, you the one who wrote Bagaga. Yep. It's a shame what we're doing to each other and our people. But this election is coming up, and I suggest y'all educate yourselves. Like I said, don't y'all think it's weird that CNN and all those news channels run the same news in a loop all day? Some of them say different shit, but if you go to the main ones where people believe in this Joe Biden bullshit, they run the same news all day long. It's a repeated cycle. We live in the world, never mind America, but the world, and they only report on three topics all day to repeat the shit all day in a 24-hour loop, and y'all don't think that shit is weird? Y'all think you're getting the truth from that? How? How could you? How could you be hearing the full story when they're only reporting on three stories? Mm, we should be concerned. Let's not be foolish. But a lot of us are. People really watch CNN and think they be knowing it. That shit is hilarious to me. I'm like, oh my God, these motherfuckers, are you for real? Go outside and look around. Get your ass off the couch, you know, and stop believing the hype. Go look for yourselves. It's fucked up out there. Okay? Go to any corner. I mean, they cut everything like garbage pickups. In New York City, this lady said that, was it a rat? It was the size of a cat. And there's a rat problem down there. But we are bringing in more illegals. And then they don't want you to call them illegals, even though they're here illegally. They invited them in or whatever. They're asylum seekers. Where the fuck are we gonna go to seek asylum? Huh? Some of us need refuge. We need refuge right now. We're in trouble. You got people living in the streets, under bridges, all of that shit. What about them people? Hmm? Nothing for us. Nothing. So the Ukrainians and the immigrants are getting all of our money. And nobody don't have a problem with that. Y'all really want to tell me about somebody being a racist? Seriously? Hello, again, this is America. It was built off slavery, and it is. That's the foundation. That's the beginning pretty much of the history. They came, they took the land, they did all that bullshit. It is what it is. So yeah, yeah, those people, because slavery and shit wasn't that long ago. Even though nobody want to acknowledge that, and that's why y'all black niggas made me mad too when y'all talk about y'all don't want reparations, but yet they giving billions and trillions of dollars away to other people. Please. If you didn't want your reparations money, you should have donated that shit. But don't speak for all of us, because I damn sure want my check. Fuck what you heard. Okay. Well, when you weren't there, we are descendants of that. We weren't there, but the people who were will never receive a dollar. They will never receive an apology because they're not here anymore. So let their descendants receive the money. Fuck what you heard. Don't y'all have generational wealth? Don't you all pass on money down to your children? Right. Don't y'all put it in trust funds and shit? Right. So for black people to agree with that shit, again, who's racist? We don't need the uppity Negroes. We don't need reparations. Fuck y'all. I do. And you weren't there. You weren't there when they went through slavery. Right. And they're not here now. So they can't receive the reparations. Bitch, give us our money. Jewish people got their money. Right. Only niggas. But we talk about other people racist. Who hates niggas more than niggas? Who hates black people more than niggas? Niggas. Black people love other black people. Some of us do want us to rise and have and move on. But the majority don't give a shit. Right. Like I said, I sit back, I listen to that. Y'all don't want reparations, but y'all celebrate LeBron James and them type of people for being millionaires. But y'all don't want reparations. Y'all don't want shit. Come on now. Don't y'all know he's on a plantation too? Hello. Tripping. Y'all are tripping. They work for racists too. You think all them white owners love those black basketball players? I don't think so. But y'all want to point out and pick out the white racists when we do it to ourselves. We play ourselves, right? They all have an agenda. Like I said, the Chicago got all kind of teams over there. You haven't heard any of them step up and try to curb the drama that's going on with the children, implement programs. None of that shit. Mm-hmm. Who's racist against us? We are. We could do things, but they don't. Look at how the rapper girls and all of them go out there and promote sexuality and all that bullshit. Who's hurting us? Us or them? So, I mean, at this point, like I said, for me, it's about making America great again. We live here. We cannot be getting mad at people because they say MAGA or they got on a MAGA hat. Y'all want to beat up and attack people who are wearing MAGA hats. Who's ignorant in that situation? Like I said, you live in a country called America and you're mad that someone's slogan is make America great again. Make the place you live in great again. What are we mad for? Hmm? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think people really need to fall back off that bullshit. And, like, if you don't live here in America and you don't see what we see and you don't feel what we feel and you don't understand the crime situation and you don't realize that all the children are being murdered here too. You don't get all of that. You really can't speak on it from that, just from what you're seeing on CNN. Telling y'all what y'all seeing on CNN is not the truth. It is not real. Like when Trump came out here and was telling us that fake news, he wasn't lying. It is fake news. Y'all know that. Again, they play the same three stories 24 hours a day. How much other shit is going on? Are they really that lazy? Are they really that lazy? I mean, and the thing about it is, it's not like they're just running the same clip. No, there are actual newscasters that are switching shifts, and these motherfuckers are just repeating the same news. That's not odd. See, I caught on after 9/11. I'm like, damn, they just run this shit in a loop over and over and over again. This shit brainwash you. This shit will destroy you. This shit will make you depressed. Right. Mm-mm. Don't be fools. All right, let me take my ass back, get me a quick nap before work. Okay. Before I head to the plantation. Before we all go to the plantation. Like I said, y'all were talking about who's racist. When I tell you all racist, motherfucker won't even speak to you. Periods. I see them daily. Mm. Won't open their mouth. You could say good morning. I don't give a fuck if you at work. They don't speak to you. If you're a black person, you got anything to do with anything that they got to do with, a racist is going to get you switched off. Don't y'all remember what happened? The Alabama brawl, and when those people who got their asses whooped at the dock went to the hospital, the lady called the police and said, "There's too many ninjas in here," because all the nurses and stuff was like black. Those are racist. They will not allow you to touch them. They don't give a fuck about you. A racist is not going to shake your hand. They don't want to breathe the same air you breathe. They fucking hate you. So, for you to say, for someone to be like, well, we don't care about what Donald Trump does now because, or we saw what he did in the. No, you're wrong. A racist ain't fucking with you as a black person. I don't know if y'all don't know any racists. Yeah, well, you wouldn't because if you black, you'll know who they are, but you ain't gonna know them. Okay? They don't pretend. They don't play with your ass. They don't want shit to do with you. They think you're disgusting. Please. Hey, Fee Brown. Thank you, boo. The Democratic plantation has never been for us. Never. Never. But you have people who believe that, oh, Donald Trump is the racist. Are you fucking kidding me? He's trying to save America, and so do we. We need to be worried about America. We can't be worried about ourselves as individuals. I think, as you know, a lot of times we've done ourselves a disservice with that. Like that's how we allowed that Black Lives Matter bullshit to fly. Them bitches stole all the money. They didn't do shit for the community. Okay, Van Jones, add his trifling ass to the list too. How Jeff Bezos give him what was it, $1 billion, $1 million, billion must have been $1 billion to help the black community. You gave it to one man. I didn't get $1. I don't know what the hell they got going on out there, but out of pocket. Like I said, who hates black people more than other black people? Where's the love? There is none. There is none. And we're okay with that. We calling Donald Trump a racist, but them black women and Black Lives Matter stole all the goddamn money. Didn't do shit for the community. To me, they hate black people more. Because they're a part of us. They should care, and they don't. But we ain't talking about that. We're not talking about them. That all of that was a disaster. And honestly, in my opinion only, Black Lives Matter with their rioting and all that shit set the tone for a lot of that looting and running in stores and taking shit that go on now. That these people are not being charged with crimes. Like they can walk in Louis Vuitton and take all the goddamn bags out and it's allowed. Nobody's going to jail. Why? Why not? Why not? Those people are not victims. You stealing people's shit. They should be allowed to buck your ass down on the way out the door. Real shit. You're not stealing for necessity. You stealing because you can. What are they gonna do with all them Louis Vuitton bags and shit like that? What? Wear them to wear to do what? They're gonna rob and steal and kill amongst each other over that shit. What? But that's okay. It's not okay. We live in a fucking wild, wild west out here right now. It's crazy. You better watch your back. You better lock your car door. All of that. For real, for real. You better go get gas in the daytime. And even depending on where you live, that doesn't matter. Still watch your back. Because this is what we got going on here. People are delusional. Seriously. Like I said, I was like, what? No, he's friends with the KKK leader, so it's a no for me. A rich white man in America wouldn't know the KKK leader? You think? That would be like any black celebrity or entertainer actually not knowing Louis Farrakhan at the end of the day. Like why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't Mike Tyson know Louis Farrakhan personally? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they have crossed paths? Because they're swinging in a circle. Because we got our own group of black millionaires as well, do we not? And they all know each other, good, bad, or indifferent. You niggas celebrate Boosie. Hmm? You know, it's a few people that get celebrated that it's like, ooh, okay, side eye. Right. And notice, are any of our peoples talking about making America great again? No, they getting their millions of dollars and they living their best lives amongst them same white people that y'all talking shit about, right? But what are they doing? Who else is talking about making America great again? Again, we live in America. It's gone to hell in a handbasket. We can't just sit back and let shit keep happening. Who else is talking about making America great again? And notice who's being torn down for it. Right. Who's being sent to prison for it? Yes, he's done fuck shit. I'm not saying that. But again, though, haven't they all? Haven't they all? Look at the scandals they've all been involved in. But only he's being held accountable for it. Because he's on that real shit. These people, if y'all didn't see The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, I'm telling you, watch it. Watch The Handmaid's Tale. Mm. See, I watched it before all this shit started going on, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, is it not spot on? It's spot on, and it's scary. It's real shit that you're gonna be able to identify with. But we can't keep going down the same path. We can't keep being mad at people for wanting to make the country that we live in a better place, because it's not a good place right now. We know that. Sure, do we want to live anywhere else? No. I mean, but let's keep it real. Shit is getting serious. Shit is bad. I mean, like I said, when I read about that, I'm just hot about that $30 million homeless encampment in Chicago. And then they voted, Lori Lightfoot got put out. So they got this new dude in there. I don't even remember his dumbass name, but I could see his face. But he is so stupid. Like, he needs to be voted out too. Where are the real leaders? Where are the leaders who are going to say no? At least Eric Adams. Eric Adams, the New York mayor, he went out there. He said, this is going to destroy New York City. Yes. Thank you. People's like, I can't believe he said that. It's the fucking truth. Why can't you believe he said it? Can't you see what's going on? Look at New York City. I don't even, y'all know who know me know I used to go to New York all the time. I love New York. I don't go to fucking New York. I haven't been to New York in a minute. If I go to the Bronx. I don't go no further. I don't go into Manhattan and Midtown and all of that shit. Are you kidding me? You can't even take the train down there, the subway. Do y'all know how many people get pushed off the track every day? To the point that they're not even reporting this shit like they used to. There was a girl who was on her way to the prom. She was going to get her hair done, and a motherfucker pushed her onto the track. Luckily, she got up quick and the train didn't hit her. She continued on her journey and got her hair done and went to the prom. She didn't tell her friends until after because it was so upsetting, and she probably couldn't believe it her damn self. Like, God, I was almost killed on my way to the prom. 17 pushed her into the track. You know how many people die a day? These people will hit you in the head, punch you in the face, spit on you for no reason. They're not addressing the mental health crisis here, though. They're not opening hospitals. They're not giving these people free medication. None of that shit. Do y'all not understand that this is in America? This is why it's not great. When you can't take a bus, a subway without some shit happening. Hmm. They want to take away your rights to bear arms. And our dumbasses believe that that's a good thing. It's not. It's not. Because then all the criminals, do you think the criminals are going to give back their guns? See, you got to look at the big picture. I'm telling y'all, these motherfuckers are tripping. We're not going for the okey doke. We know better. When you know better, you do better. I'm telling you, we really, really got to buckle down. But that comment just shook me when I read that. I'm just like, but you don't live in America. You don't really see, you don't really know. Where are you getting your information from? Right. You don't live here. You don't know. When you have to experience this shit, then you talk to me about it. Because the real racists are us, is us being racist to each other. It's not about them, it's about us and how we treat each other. And just we need to start looking at ourselves as Americans for real. Fuck all that. We've been talking at Motherlands for the longest. How many of us have been, and how many of us can go there and live? I see people go there and they come back. You know what I mean? This is where we at. We in America. This is our place. This is us. And we need to make this shit great again. It's not great right now. It's definitely not great right now. Like I said, the amount of businesses that have closed, all the mom and pops have been closed, right? But now, like I said, Macy's and places like that going out of business. There are no retail stores. There is no retail. Doesn't that not alarm people? McDonald's, I've never in my life, I'm 51 years old, I've never known a McDonald's to close. A McDonald's closed. What the fuck? A McDonald's? Never. See, shit is bad. Shit is bad. I'm telling you. Very, very bad. Very sad. We are in a very depressed state right now. We really need to wake our asses up. The election is coming. We need to weigh all of our options. Like I said, I'm not telling you to vote all red, but I'm telling you, you better vote some red. And then some of y'all don't vote at all. And I get why you wouldn't, because you said your vote doesn't count. But what if it does? You know, just do it. It just takes an hour out your day. Just do it. Sometimes it could take 15 minutes. Just do it, because you never know. We need that shit. We have to act like we care, and we need to stop letting people in who don't deserve to be there. Because all of y'all leaders, and I'm telling you this, you got Philly, you got Baltimore, you got Chicago, you got Bridgeport, you got New Haven. You got a few places that motherfuckers need to get up out of there because shit is out of control. And then you got parents who they need to start holding parents accountable. Some of these laws need to be changed and addressed and pointed at parents. I remember back in the day, well, not even, I think still, if your kids miss school, they charge parents in Connecticut. Your child is not allowed not to go to school. No, 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 no. They will haul your ass into court. They will fuck with you. You will have to send your child away if you allow your child not to go to school. And that's just that. We have to hold ourselves accountable. But nah, we can't keep fucking walking around in a fog. It's all good. It's okay when it's not. We worrying about races and we not worried about taking care of each other. When we hating on each other more than anybody else could ever. No, no, we doing too much. Do not vote. Like I said, know your candidates. Know who you're voting for. Know what you're voting for. Because for me, it's I don't even understand why people are putting the whole party on Trump, because it's not really about, it's about the belief system, it's about the values, it's about what they want to bring to the to the table, what changes they want to make in America. Like I said, if y'all are not concerned about all the money we're spending on non-Americans, you should be. You should be, because we've been suffering in the streets. People can't eat out there, and we're giving money away. Like food pantries have closed. You know, y'all know that. There's no funding out there. Like I said, we got to wait 10, 12 years to get a fucking Section 8 voucher, but people can come in on the bus and they can get one today. That should make y'all mad. Even if you don't need one, you should be asking yourself, why don't I care about Americans? Why am I more concerned about foreigners and helping people from other countries? Why didn't America help those people in their own country? The same way they went over to how they go everywhere. Iran, Iraq, not mind their business. Yeah. Where was that? Kuwait. We put our money in places like that because we want their oil. There's always a motive, but we're losing. We are losing. Like I said, we cannot allow these people to continue on the path that they are on. They are destroying our children. They have destroyed our food. I mean, look at the lies they've told us about food. America's obese. They keep telling people you need 6 meals a day. That's bullshit. They pump all this medication on y'all. That's bullshit. You know? Tell you need surgeries and for shit you don't really need it for. Bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's a vicious game, and we're the pawns. But we can win. We can come back from this. Because we are in a bad, bad, bad place. I mean, I look around. I'm sad in a motherfucker. When I get my paycheck, I be pissed. Okay. Like I said, how the fuck do I owe more in Connecticut state tax than I do the federal government? You got to make that shit make sense. Why the fuck is Connecticut taxes so high? Huh? Crazy. I know I'm not the only one. And if you don't have, they say don't have a lot of children, but if you don't have some goddamn write offs, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. It's just, it's like a no winning situation. You know? You don't help the people who worked hard. You could be $1 over some shit. They ain't going to help you. You over 75 cents, they're not going to help you. Like, make it make sense. But I could come from another country and I can get everything. Uh-huh. Everything free. Everything. And I don't have to wait. I'm bumped up on lists, all kind of shit. They're building and renovating buildings and office buildings and shit for me. But an American can't get a goddamn thing. And we don't see a problem with that. No. Y'all better look out for who's going to look out for you. All right, let me get my ass back to sleep. You already know I don't want to go to work. I never do. Ever. But I'm about to go to sleep for an hour, 20 minutes. I could have been riding my bike while I was talking to y'all, but of course not. All right, y'all have a good day. I might come back later, depending on what's going on around the way on the YouTube streets. I don't want to talk about any of that really because this was more about just us and racism and understanding what's going on in America. Don't believe every fucking thing you see on CNN because they only report about 3 stories. They don't report about real shit. It's all biased, okay? All of it is biased. And yeah, sexual assault is real in America. Sex trafficking is real. The children are in trouble. They're grooming kids, right? They're destroying lives. They're removing the breasts of underage children. You cannot vote. You cannot buy liquor. You cannot drive, but you can decide that you want to be a boy if you're a girl. It is not right. Okay. It is not right, but that is the right of the school to transition your child without telling you as well. So, no, and men are not women. This is what is going on currently in America. When you want to talk to me about someone being a racist, I don't give a shit if they are, as long as they don't believe in that bullshit right there. It's bigger than us, okay? It's not about color now. It is about them taking over and destroying us at the end of the day, wiping our asses out. Right. Who, what are you talking about? Like women are not women. A man can compete with women. Men can compete with women in women's sports. We're okay with that. And you want to talk about a racist? Oh God, no. All right. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.